So, this baggage chapter has underwent a major surgery in 2026. Actually, it was 1988, first baggage rules, 1988. After 1988, thereafter in 2016, they have changed. And now exactly after 10 years, 2026, 2nd February, so they have modified this baggage rules completely in order to suit the current situation. Because at that time, one point I will tell you, that if a passenger is bringing up to 20 grams, male passenger up to 20 grams with a value of 50,000 rupees is only allowed. Remaining they need to pay duty. When 20 grams will be 50,000? Sir, 1 gram itself today is somewhere like 14,000, 16,000 like that. So how 20 grams will be 50,000 rupees? At that time, it may be correct, but now the rates have increased. So that's the reason why what they made a change is that 20 grams. Whatever may be the value, so value restriction and all is not there. Female passenger 40 grams, even then it is less only 20 grams and 40 grams, because 20 grams, 40 grams, what jewelry we will be having, I really don't know, but they are bringing, but certain cases, etc. and all, they have made lot of changes and the structure remains the same. What is the structure? What is first of all baggage? Baggage refers to passenger's luggage. When a passenger is entering into India or leaving from India, they will be carrying the luggage. In that luggage, there will be some dutiable articles. So that dutiable articles, they need to pay duty. However, there are certain concessions that are available. So that concessions is only given in the baggage rules. Because if you cannot say on everything that you are bringing, you need to pay baggage duty, then no one will bring anything. Then with empty hands, bare hands, people cannot travel, right? So due to that reason, certain privileges or certain concessions were being provided. So that is about this baggage provisions. You understood the background of this? So you can see first point. Baggage in general understanding is what? Luggage of the passenger comprising of trunks, bags and personal belongings of the passenger. And as these are of personal use, it cannot be imported in commercial quantities. If it is imported in commercial quantities, it will not be called as baggage. Then it will be called as what? Commercial cargo. And for that, the regular procedure which we learnt in procedures under customs, that will be applicable, like filing a bill of entry and thereafter paying the duty, obtaining the clearance, all those things will be applicable. But here for normal quantities, maybe 1 or 2, so then the baggage will be applicable. Passenger does not require IEC. Usually every importer and exporter who is covered under Customs Act 1962 is required to obtain IEC from DGFT, Directorate General of Foreign Trade. So this import export code is not given by Customs Department or Customs, it will be given by DGFT. So like Ministry of Commerce and Trade, so that category they will be giving, because they are only regulating the international trade. So IEC will be given. But a passenger who is traveling from abroad, who is bringing the luggage, cannot obtain IEC, because practically they are the normal individual citizens and you cannot expect them to register and then pay the duty, etc. and all. That's why IEC not required for baggage clearance. And even that is the reason why when we discuss electronic cash ledger regulations, I stress this point that usually electronic cash ledger regulation under section 51A is now applicable to everyone. But in few cases there is relaxation. What is that? Number 1, where automated system is not in place. Number 2, baggage. So baggage case. Number 3, other charges like warehousing charges, custodian charges, etc. So because there is no IEC, when there is no IEC, how the cash ledger can be made applicable? It cannot be made applicable now. That's why. Further, baggage clearance is allowed at a concessional rate. So we have a regular rate of baggage. What is that, sir? All the baggage, the entire baggage is actually dutiable at 100%. Dutiable at 100%. Okay. It is there. So 100%. And 100% is the rate under 9803. Heading 9803 is the heading under which the rate will be applicable. So what is the rate of baggage? 100%. Where is it? In the tariff 9803. But we are not paying at 100%. We are paying at less than 100%. Sir, what is that rate less than 100%? 35%. The tariff rate is 100%, but we are not paying 100%, we are paying 35%. And case to case, product to product, the rates also will differ. But otherwise, what is the heading that we need to understand for baggage is heading 9803, the last heading in the tariff, and under that, what is the rate given? 100%, which means on baggage, they can go up to 100%. That's what they mean to say at concession rate. Then, so from Customs Act 1962 to Baggage Rules 2026, what is the hierarchy? First, Customs Act section 2 clause 3 defines baggage. What is the meaning of baggage? And the provisions related to baggage is covered in the Customs Act in section 77 to 81. Section numbers is not important, but we need to understand what is the information inside that section. Okay. And here section 77, declaration by owner of baggage. So what does section 77 says? Every person, every passenger who is entering into India should make a declaration, or leaving from India should make a declaration of contents, DOC, declaration of contents. So that declaration they should give, because it is like a self-assessment, because you cannot stop everyone and scan and check the baggage. Practically it is not possible. So they are asking every passenger, boss, if you are bringing these dutiable articles, please make a declaration, pay the duty and go out. If you have made a misdeclaration and carried some dutiable goods, then you are punishable with imprisonment and penalties. So therefore, declaration by owner of baggage, section 77. Section 78, I am just giving you the bird's eye view of what are the sections that we have. Section 78, rate of duty and tariff valuation. So what should be taken as the rate? Just now I told you 35%, and tariff valuation. So the value should be as per the valuation rules, how we followed section 14, transaction value, and in case of gold, silver, some tariff value, or in case of any other articles, some valuation rules, like that it will be applicable. Next, section 79, bona fide baggage exempt from duty. So this bona fide baggage means baggage which is brought by the person. Certain cases I told you we need to give exemption. Where is it given? That's given in the rules. What are those bona fide baggages? See, bona fide means what? Genuine. Okay. So bona fide baggages which are exempted. But what is that bona fide baggage which is exempted? That is given in Baggage Rules 2026. Okay. Then next, section 80, temporary detention of baggage. Say you brought in one TV, LED TV or smart TV that you brought from abroad. You went to abroad, say Singapore or Dubai, etc. You brought one TV. Actually, TV you thought you can claim general free allowance. There is something called as general free allowance under baggage rules up to 75,000 rupees. Previously 50,000, now 75,000 rupees worth of articles a person can bring to India. TV, smart TV and all will be what? Hardly 40,000, 50,000 rupees only. It won't be that much. Even if you take 60, 70 also, even 1 lakh also, 75,000 you thought you can claim, and remaining only you need to pay duty. But unfortunately, they are telling that you are not eligible for LED TV under general free allowance. There are certain articles on which general free allowance is not available, which we are going to discuss in further pages. But you don't know this fact. You brought. Now you have to pay the duty. Say the value of the TV is 1 lakh, 1 lakh into 35% that you need to pay 35,000. 35,000 rupees you don't want to pay because the TV is available in India at somewhere like 1 lakh itself. Maybe you wanted to buy from there, so you purchased it there. So why should you incur 35,000? You don't want to incur the 35,000 rupees. Is there any facility? Yes. Section 80 gives you the relief. You bring the product, keep it there, where? In the airport, under the custody of the customs officer. Again, when you are leaving, take the product and go. No need to pay the baggage duty. That is known as temporary detention of baggage. So you save the baggage duty. See, you don't want to consume that product for that rate. Paying 35% is irreversible. So thereafter, sir, TV I will return back. Sir, give my 35%. No, they will not. I'm taking back the TV. Sir, give 35%. No, they will not. Baggage duty once paid is irreversible. So you don't want to pay the duty. You can deposit the goods there. Even certain prohibited goods, you don't know that it is prohibited in India, but it might be allowed in that country. I told you in my previous lectures, pets are prohibited. So therefore you don't know. You went to Thailand and there you saw one monkey. You find it very nice. So it was so cute, etc. and all. So there they might be allowing, Thailand may be allowing. So therefore you took that monkey along with you and you brought here. And here in Indian airport, as soon as you get down, sir, it is prohibited item, sir. You cannot bring that. So therefore, what is that you need to do now? You made a declaration that you brought pets like that. You made a declaration. Don't worry, keep the pet there. Next time when you are going to Thailand, take that and go. Or donate it to one zoo. You understood? So if you are taking it, you have to pay the baggage duty. That is the section 80, temporary detention of baggage. Section 81, regulations in respect of baggage. So having discussed all these things, there are a lot of formalities, procedures, etc. and all. So that CBIC is having power to make regulations. Accordingly, we have baggage declaration and processing regulations 2026. See, baggage rules contains the concessions and customs baggage declaration and processing rules 2026 contains the procedures. But this is not for exam. Which one? Regulations. Regulations we don't have in exam or we don't have in syllabus. But what we have in syllabus is only baggage rules 2026. Is it clear? Next. So understood the overview about what we have. Now we are moving on to the definition. So what is the first aspect that I told you? We are going to learn section 2 clause 3. What is the meaning of baggage? This baggage chapter, I don't know whether it will be useful for your exam or not, but definitely it will be useful after exam. For exam, this attempt, November 26 exam, pretty much sure that you will get a question on baggage, no doubt. And even couple of exams before also, on an average 2 attempts once they will be asking one question on baggage. But in practice, reality, as soon as people around you know that you are a CA, definitely they will be asking 2 questions. First, related to their capital gains problem. Second, related to baggage. So entire my friend circle, they will be torturing me in WhatsApp and calls about, no, we wanted to bring this, can we bring? You bring. No, what should I tell? Can we bring means, don't bring like that, how can I tell? Bring, pay duty and let the country get some money, got it? So, but torture it will be, and free service. We will not get any benefit also. So therefore many times I blocked, got it? So friends only, but what to do? And end of the day, profession is profession, got it? So we should not do everything for free, na? So therefore there should be a limit for everything. But this baggage, definitely people will be asking you, that too as you go forward in your life, definitely you will be having that kind of individuals, high net worth individuals as your clients, etc. There you do the service, got it? But not for your friends, etc. and all. Let them pay and let them get the information. And coming back to this baggage means what? All dutiable articles imported by a passenger or member of a crew in his baggage, either passenger or crew, includes unaccompanied baggage. What is unaccompanied baggage? Accompanying them. Unaccompanied, not accompanying them, means it comes before their arrival or after their arrival. That is known as unaccompanied baggage. Does not include motor vehicles. Sir, who will bring motor vehicle as a baggage? No, they mean to say a person who is traveling in a ship. A person who is traveling in a ship. Ship has lot of capacity. So along with them, they can bring one bike or car. So from other country to India, mostly bikes. Cars they will not bring because that is not permitted to use in India because of the left hand, right hand drive. But bikes no problem, na? Whether you drive in left hand or right hand, that doesn't make any difference. So therefore, this particular bikes, because people will attach themselves to bikes, and bike will be like it's an emotion. It's closer to them than their wife. Okay, so people feel like that, and they will not leave that bikes and all at any cost. Wherever they are going, they will travel along with the bikes. You don't know about the bikers. If you have some bikers as friends, you know how crazily they will behave. Okay, so by mistake also, if some dust etc and all, they will take their handkerchief and they will clean that. So that much people are emotionally connected towards a bike. What they do, they bring along with them. But will it be dutiable as baggage or will it be dutiable as motor vehicles? Motor vehicles, not as baggage. So we need to treat separately as cargo. That's what they mean to say. It does not include motor vehicles. Okay. Then articles imported. Yeah, post status as lover. Correct. I have seen many people. So today I purchased something for my bike, like that they will post. Bike? No, what to do? Because people, God gave things to use and people to love. But we love things and use people. Got it? So what to do? So does not include motor vehicles and articles imported under import license for his own use or on behalf of others. What is this? Does not include articles imported under import license. There are certain articles under foreign trade policy which are restricted, which I told you in couple of times also. Restricted means what? It requires authorization or license. That cannot be brought under baggage either for their own use or on behalf of others, because those are regulated items. Those items, say for example, if they are bringing certain equipments which contains some radioactive materials, it's a normal domestic appliance only, but that contains some radioactive material, then in that case they will not allow. For example, this electric stoves etc and all are there now. So that electric stoves, they will be so much careful. Even batteries, products that contains batteries etc and all. So they will restrict that. Restricted goods cannot be brought as a baggage. Then what we need to do? Put it as a courier or put it as a cargo. So that's the only way. Next. So you understood what is baggage? What is baggage? Passengers luggage or crew luggage. It includes unaccompanied baggage. It excludes motor vehicles and it also excludes goods which are restricted under foreign trade policy that requires authorization. Unaccompanied baggage. Generally, unaccompanied baggage means what? Baggage that arrives before passenger's arrival or after passenger's arrival. That's what I said. But whatever we are going to learn for accompanied baggage in baggage rules is equally applicable for unaccompanied baggage if that unaccompanied baggage is entering into India within 1 month after passenger's arrival and 2 months before passenger arrival. Again I am repeating, baggage includes unaccompanied baggage, but the concessions which we are going to learn, like general allowance etc and all, these concessions are applicable only if such unaccompanied baggage, only if, provided condition, only if such unaccompanied baggage is brought within 1 month after passenger's arrival or 2 months before passenger's arrival. Remember easily, A for after, B for before. Alphabet A is 1, alphabet B is 2. So 1 month after, 2 months before passenger arrival, then it will be called as unaccompanied baggage, for which the baggage allowances will be applicable. So after passenger arrival, A for after, 1 month of his arrival, and B for before, 2 months before his arrival. Then here Section 2.3 defines baggage and what is the corresponding baggage regulations. So there only it is given, this rule 10. Just now I told you now what is unaccompanied baggage, to which it is applicable. That is given in rule 10, unaccompanied baggage, but unaccompanied baggage is included in the meaning of baggage. Section 77 we saw owner must declare baggage contents to the proper officer, and accordingly in the rules and regulations they have notified CBD1, CBD2 for the purpose of doing declaration. You might understand that as soon as you get down, there will be immigration counter. In the immigration counter, you need to fill this form and submit this form. CBD1, CBD2, depending upon what type of passenger you are. You are a passenger of Indian origin or foreign origin, a tourist, etc. like that. You need to submit. Now they have made one app, that is Atidhi app. Atidhi means guest, okay, Hindi, guest. So Atidhi, like that one app they created. In that app you can do the declaration. Not necessary that it should be pen and paper. So when you start from there itself, you can make a declaration. You can download the app anywhere, or as soon as you get down, you will be sitting in the immigration counters. So there also you can download the app and you can submit the details. Not necessary that you have to submit that form. That is this. So form CBD1, CBD2, electronic or advanced declaration via Atidhi app. Next, section 78, rate of duty valuation as on the date of section 77, that is declaration. Sir, which date rate should be taken, sir? The rates might change. The rates might change. Which date rate should be taken? For example, in regular import, what is the relevant date for determination of rate of duty? Date of presentation of bill of entry or grant of entry inwards, whichever is later. Otherwise, date of presentation of bill of entry or arrival, whichever is later. Like that we studied now relevant date. Now, what is the relevant date here? The day on which you give the declaration. That day on which you give the declaration, that will be taken. Sir, definitely on the date of arrival only they will give declaration, sir. No. Under the new baggage rules, you can make an advance declaration also, which means you have packed your bags where in that country and you did the check-in. Thereafter, what change will happen? Nothing. So there itself you can give, and your arrival may be 2 days later also, or your arrival may be 4 days later also. Somewhere in the transfers you got struck, okay, you missed the flight or you got struck or some reason, so you may come late, but it's okay. So the declaration you can make advance, but the day on which you made the declaration will be taken as a relevant date for determination of rate of duty. So rate of duty or valuation fixed as on section 77, declaration is relevant, and the rates are given in this notification 4 of 2026. We have different products, different rates. The general rate is 35%, but cigarettes we have different rate, and then for firearms, cartridges of firearms we have different rates, and again even for wine, that is alcoholic liquor, etc., we have different rates. But those rates and all you don't have to remember for exam. What you need to remember for exam is the general rate of baggage. What is the general rate of baggage? 35%. If some other rate means, that will be given in the question, okay. Then section 79, enabling power to exempt bona fide baggage from duty. So that's what I told you. We have few rules, rule 3, 5, 6, 7. So that contains the information about what are the exemptions. Then section 80, temporary detention of dutiable or prohibited baggage. See, either dutiable baggage you can detain, you can temporarily detain there, or even prohibited goods also. For that one form has been notified, CBD 5, detention receipt. Then section 81, board's power to regulate declaration, examination, clearance, transit. Accordingly we have regulations. This table is not for exam purpose. This table, because already we know what are the sections, what is the purpose of those sections. This table is not for exam purpose, but for your general knowledge purpose, as to you should know where the procedures or parallel provisions are contained for each and every section. Because you know the provision, but you don't know how to get it done. So that's the reason why I just gave you the clarity here, which form you need to submit and where you need to submit the details. Then we are moving on to the section 77 in detail. Already we know declaration by owner of baggage and baggage clearance, import incoming passenger, or export outgoing passenger declaration of content. Now you may get a doubt. Sir, incoming passenger will give declaration of content. Why outgoing passenger should declare the content, sir? What is the need? Because we know that majority of the exports are exempted. And when the goods are taken out, either it will be prohibited or it will be exempted. Only few items are dutiable. So, but why for that we need to make any declaration here? Not for that. There is one provision which you need to know in baggage rules. Once you read that provision, you will get an idea as to why that is given. Go to page number 5 of this PDF or handout. Go to that rule number 4, page number 5. One rule is there, rule number 4. Let me give you the background of this rule. Background of this rule. Lot of people like the Indian parents are exporting their girl children outside India in the name of marriage, because they want only foreign settled son-in-law. They don't want Indian waste, foreigner best. So therefore they will export their girl child, nurturing from the childhood till the marriage age, then throw outside India. While throwing, so some jewelry also they will put and they will export. Almost majority of the Indian parents are engaged in human trafficking. Okay, so this, when these people are going abroad, they will realize there that girl would have been happy here and in her parents' home. Suddenly she will feel like she is in a prison, because the culture in the foreign country could be completely different. No one will talk to anyone, and wherever possible, so people will be staring as if they will try to kill, etc. and all. And next, this guy will go morning, because namesake only foreign, but where in foreign? For example, I am from Chennai, but where in Chennai? I may be living in a slum also, or I may be living some 20-30 kilometers outside Chennai also, but I am from Chennai. You understood? Like that. So you are from US, but where in US? There are a number of villages in US. Some other village that guy will be living, he will go to his office. Till the time he returns, that girl will not do anything. So she will feel like bugged, and let's pack the bags, return to the country. But when she is returning, she will be bringing her jewelry, she will be bringing her dresses, etc. and all. Dress, okay, personal effects, it will be covered under the exemption. But the problem is with the jewelry, and whether she need to pay baggage duty. Yes, yes, you understood the background, which means if you take any article from India and bring the same article to India also, baggage duty is payable. Is there any way out? Yes, that is this rule 4. At the time when you are leaving, give a declaration. Give a declaration as to what articles you are taking. Remove the entire jewelry, keep it there, they will scan it. The same jewelry you bring, so you don't have to pay baggage duty. Got it? So whatever dutiable articles which you are taking from India, for example, these producers will take the equipments, cameras, etc. and all. They have to declare that these we are taking. And the same thing when they are bringing. So then wildlife photographers, they will have costly cameras, declare and take it. You bring the same, no need to pay baggage duty, otherwise you end up paying the baggage duty. See that. Personal effects, other than daily necessities used items that a resident tourist of Indian origin or visa holding foreigner had earlier taken out of India, may be re-imported duty free, provided a departure time declaration was filed. Departure means what? Leaving. At that time a declaration has been filed electronically or otherwise. That's why even outgoing passenger should make a declaration and is verified by the Deputy or Assistant Commissioner of Customs. Now you understood the reason why even a person who is leaving has to give the declaration. But what would have happened is that, so that girl while she is leaving, so she will not give declaration. Because that in airport the cringe and all will be happening, where crying, etc. and all, they will forget that they need to make a declaration. Unfortunately, when they are returning, they have to pay the baggage duty. Okay. So is there any concessions there, sir? No. If you have made a declaration, then you will get the relief. Otherwise, it is not. So that's the reason why when any person is leaving, tell them that they have to make a declaration. Otherwise, even you also, for that matter, if it is laptop, no problem. Laptop or mobile, no problem. Anything else that you are taking, you need to make a declaration. Baggage declaration: import incoming passenger, export outgoing passenger. Declaration of content shall be filed with the proper officer for the purpose of clearing it. This is known as baggage declaration form. And customs clearance of baggage: baggage will file declaration of content, both incoming as well as outgoing passenger. What about a domestic passenger who is traveling in an international flight? For example, there is a flight which starts from Dubai, somewhere in Middle East, and it is entering into Mumbai, thereafter Mumbai to Chennai. So few passengers will get down in Mumbai, few passengers will get down in Chennai. So definitely it will not touch the domestic terminal, it will touch the international terminal. You are a passenger who is traveling from Mumbai to Chennai. You boarded that flight. Anyhow, few seats are left over, so therefore you boarded that flight. Usually, when you book the tickets through the agents, etc. and all, they do this. So directly booking, not possible, but through agents it will be done, because anyhow those seats will be vacant, so they will be allotting these seats for you. You are traveling, so therefore you will get down in which terminal? Domestic terminal or international terminal? International terminal. When you get down in international terminal, there will be two channels, red channel, green channel, like that. Two channels will be there. So clearly they will mention red channel, green channel, like that. If you are bringing dutiable articles, you need to travel to red channel. If you are bringing non-dutiable articles, you need to pass through green channel. Means you don't have any dutiable articles, you need to pass through green channel. But none of this is applicable for a domestic passenger, because you are not a foreign passenger returning from abroad. How to prove that? Your boarding pass. Your boarding pass is sufficient to prove that you are not an international traveler, that you are a domestic traveler. So nothing contained in this rules or act will be applicable to the domestic passengers. That is this. Domestic passengers traveling domestically in international flight, baggage declaration is not required. Therefore, if X is flying in Delhi, Kolkata, Bangkok flight, it's an international flight, then he is not required to file any baggage declaration. Then, this is what I was referring to, two channels. Two channels. What are the two channels? Green channel and red channel. So if you are having dutiable goods, pass through the red channel. If you have duty free goods, pass through the green channel. Okay. And so here, this will be after the control, immigration. After the immigration means it is at the end. So usually as soon as you get down, there will be duty free shops. As soon as you get down in the airport, there will be duty free shops, lot of duty free shops you can see. Thereafter immigrations will be there, the passport control, etc. and all, and exit gate. Before the exit gate only, you will be having this green channel and red channel. So non-dutiable and non-prohibited goods, green channel. Carrying dutiable or prohibited goods, red channel. Sir, then I can carry dutiable goods in the green channel. No sir, who will find? They will scan. And if they identify that you made a wrong declaration, punishment is there. Okay. And this arrival in India, you made a electronic or advanced declaration in Atithi app, then is there anything to declare? Nothing to declare. Go through the green channel, baggage will be cleared. Is there anything to declare? Yes, red channel. And once you declare, risk based selection, they will verify. They will verify, and thereafter baggage clearance will be done. This is how it is. But sir, you said green channel they will verify. I said scanning. I did not say verification. Scanning they will do. And while they do the scanning, if they come to know that you made a misdeclaration, imprisonment will come. Okay. But in red channel, you made a declaration, they will verify the contents. Otherwise, based on your declaration itself, whatever duty that you have paid will be taken. That's what verification I mean to say. Then, section 78, second section. Section 77 we completed, section 78. Assessment of duty on baggage. What is the relevant date? Just now I told you. What's the relevant date for determination of rate of duty? The date on which they made declaration of contents. What is the effective rate of duty? 35%. But remember, this 35% is not applicable in case of certain goods. What are the goods for which this 35% is not applicable? Number 1, firearms. Sir, firearms are prohibited? No, sir. How it can be brought? Firearms brought by defense personnel, firearms brought by sports players who participate in the shooting, etc. and all. In Olympics, shooting is there. So that firearms I am talking about. So not your no AK-47 or MI6 rifles, etc. Not that. Normal defense people will use that firearms and sports people, but it should not be loaded. It should not be loaded, and completely they should remove the cartridge, and they will put it around a cloth, white cloth, and they will seal it, and that's where you can bring it. So firearms, but the rate, this rate is not applicable. So what is the rate? 70%. Should we remember? No need, it will be given in the question, but even if otherwise also, for your information I am telling you, the rate will be 70%. Cartridges of firearms exceeding 50. What is cartridge? Cartridge is not bullet. Cartridge is a container where we keep the bullet. So it will be like a bullet only. So in that cartridge, they fill the gunpowder and they insert the bullet and they put it into the magazine, and once the magazine is loaded, so when we trigger, so the trigger will hit on the back, a small spark will come, that spark will blast the gunpowder so that the bullet will travel into the person's body. That's how the bullets work. Okay, so I'm not talking about bullets, I'm talking about the cartridges. So because cartridges is specific to particular weapon, because another weapon cartridge cannot be used in this weapon, it is particular for that particular weapon. So when people are bringing, say for example, one foreign delegate is coming to India, some big person, and along with him security also will travel. When the security are traveling, so these people should be taking the weapons, I mean firearms, but they cannot bring the bullets with them. What they should do? They should go to the commissioner's office, or they should go to the particular place where it authorized by the police, and there they need to get the bullets into that cartridges and they will load it, and again when they are leaving they have to return and they need to account for how many bullets they have used, etc. So cartridge, I am not talking about bullets, cartridges. Up to 50, what is the rate? 35%. Exceeding 50 only, this rate 35% is not applicable, 70% is applicable. Okay, so what is the tariff rate for firearms? For firearms the tariff rate is 70%, and even for cartridges of firearms exceeding 50, the tariff rate is 70%. What about up to 50? Up to 50, 35% will be applicable. And sir, from where to know all these rates, etc. and all, sir? There is one good website which I have come across recently. This is Referencer, like that one website. It's a good website. In this, they have given lot of information related to baggage. Okay. Yes, referencer.in, like that. So in this, they gave lot of information, good resources, everything they have merged into one place in related to baggage. Here they gave everything, even that app, FAQs, traveler's guide published by government. So all these things, and here you can see different rates that has been specified. So baggage 35%, transfer of residence also 35%, cigarettes. For cigarettes, basic customs duty 30%, IGST 40%, additional customs duty, like that it will change. And again, so for alcoholic liquors, wine, beer, firearms and cartridges of firearms, there is one mistake in this. They have given 100% ad valorem, but actually 100% is not the rate, it is 70%. Now the effective rate is 70%. Okay. Then these are all the cases. Even for gold or silver, different rate is there, and then pet animals 35% is only applicable, like that. So you can check there if you want to know the rates, real rates. But for your exam point of view, 35% is the rate that is applicable. Got it? So firearms, cartridges of firearms exceeding 50, then cigarettes exceeding 100, sticks, cigars exceeding 25, tobacco exceeding 125 grams. For that also, this 35% is not applicable, different rates we have. What if it is up to that limit? 35% is applicable. Alcoholic liquor in excess of 2 liters, up to 2 liters, 35%. Beyond 2 liters only, this 35 is not applicable, tariff rate is there. Then gold bars and ornaments, silver any form. So these are the 6 goods for which this 35% is not applicable. So tell me first, what are the 6 goods for which 35% is not applicable? Firearms, cartridges of firearms exceeding 50, cigarettes exceeding 100, cigars exceeding 25, tobacco exceeding 125 grams, chewing tobacco, okay. Cigars you know na, the big ones, fat one, okay. And next, liquor in excess of 2 liters, and finally gold or ornaments and silver. These are the 6 articles for which 35% is not applicable. Suppose if it is there in the question, what you should do? Separate it and mention in note that for this the separate rate is applicable and remaining things 35% will be applicable. Is it clear? Then next, section 79 and valuation rules will be applicable for valuation of baggage also. Valuation rules apply for valuation of baggage also. Then bona fide baggage exempt from customs duty, already we know. So this is where they have made the rules. Section 79 is the enabling provision, the specific source of rule making power under which baggage rules 2026 have been notified. It empowers the proper officer, to pass free of duty what? Any article that has been in the passenger or cruise members' use for a minimum period specified in the rules made under the section. If he has used it for a minimum period, then it should be allowed free. So that's where we have accordingly used personal effects and transfer of residence provisions. Used personal effects are exempted, even transfer of residence depending upon the stay abroad. So certain articles, certain amount of articles you can bring in. So that anyhow we see in the rules, you will understand. Any article for use of the passenger or family or a bona fide gift or souvenir subject to value limits prescribed in those rules. What is travel souvenirs? Travel souvenirs. When you visit a country, as a memory of visit of that particular country, you buy something and bring. Example, fridge magnet. If you go to anyone's house and see their fridge, you will understand which and all country or which and all place they went. Okay, evidence created. Okay, and even for example, people who go to Paris, who visit that Eiffel Tower, so definitely will bring one small caricature of that Eiffel Tower and they will keep it there in their living room or hall, etc. and all, so that people should know that they went to Paris. And people who go to Japan will be buying bonsai trees, small mini plant trees, okay. So that bonsai tree they will buy and they will bring. Like that, different countries has something special. So people who come to India will take Taj Mahal to them. I don't know why, okay. So but they will be buying a Taj Mahal and they will be going, which means that they visited India. There are a number of things in India. Why only Taj Mahal? I don't understand. And like that, so therefore these are called as travel souvenirs. Sir, how many, sir? How many? It should not be in commercial quantity, maybe 1 or 2. You cannot bring 1 dozen and say, I wanted to give it to my family, sir, that's why I brought. No, that will come under commercial quantity, got it? So that's what they are telling, bona fide gift or souvenir subject to value limits prescribed in those rules. Section 79 subsection 2 authorizes the central government to make rules for this purpose, including rules specifying the minimum period, etc. I told you already, baggage rules 2026 is because of section 79. Now look into section 80. Temporary detention. Passenger baggage containing dutiable article or prohibited articles. Passenger has filed true declaration about the article under section 77, the declaration of contents. Passenger may request the proper officer to detain, that is keep in the custody, such article with him for the purpose of returning him the said article at the time of his leaving India. So whenever he is leaving India, at that time he can take that article and leave the country. For that purpose, he can retain that article. Suppose if passenger is not able to collect the article at the time of he leaving India, he can authorize the officer to send it as a courier in his name. He can authorize any other passenger also to collect, or he can request the proper officer to later send the baggage as cargo consigned in his name. In this regard, there is one important case, Hemal Shah case. In this Hemal Shah case, what that person did, he brought a suitcase full of gold biscuits, and he casually walked into the Green Channel. And when he walked into the Green Channel, means he did not do any declaration, he walked through the Green Channel, and people got a doubt, and they have stopped him and they scanned the suitcase. They came to know that it is full of gold biscuits, and this guy is telling, okay, fine, I don't know, so temporary detention of baggage, you keep it, and again when I am leaving the country, I will take and go. Can he exercise the benefit of section 80? No. Why? Because he did not make true declaration. If he has made true declaration, only the section 80 will be applicable. That's what in second point itself I stressed. Passenger has filed true declaration about the article under section 77. They should make a true declaration, otherwise this is not applicable. So say that Hemal Shah case, non-declared baggage seized by the department. Re-export request under section 80 is not admissible for applicability of section 80. True declaration by passenger is mandatory. Then section 81. CBIC may make regulations regarding baggage clearance. Accordingly, we have some regulations I told you. And next, that regulations contains the manner of declaring the contents, procedures, and custody, examination, assessment of duty, transit or transshipment of baggage from one customs to another. But these are all not there in our syllabus, don't worry about that. Now we are moving on to baggage rules 2026. Here we are going to learn the concessions mainly. Everything is dutiable unless it is exempted. Got it? Everything in your bag is dutiable unless it is exempted. The exemption starts from rule 3. Rule 1, this rules is known as baggage rules 2026, which is effective from 2nd February 2026. And definitions. These definitions we will refer whenever we need to know about the definitions. We will come back to this. First rule, rule 3. What is rule 3? Duty free import of personal effects. Duty free import of personal effects. Every passenger, they use the word every passenger, including an infant. Who is an infant? Go back to the definitions. Go back to the definition. Infant up to 2 years. Up to 2 years. Got it? Not up to 7, 8, etc. Not that half ticket. Up to 2 years. Baby is infant. Okay. So therefore, a child not more than 2 years of age. So their personal effects also exempted. Yes, because their personal effects will be in parents' bag. So what if more than 2 years? They will be treated separately. They will be treated separately. For them also, baggage provisions are applicable. Personal effects is exempted because now they will become passenger because they have to buy a ticket for them. You know that? More than 2 years, in international travel, you have to buy the ticket. So this 2 years, how should we count, sir? As on the date of travel. As on the date of travel, whether they completed 2 years or not is what you need to check. After 2 years, definitely they need to take the ticket, and that will be dealt separately as passenger only. But they can also claim this personal effects. Every passenger, including an infant, is entitled to clearance of used personal effects. Used personal effects. Okay. It's not new. It's used. This is the biggest loophole. Used. So what they do is that they remove the tag. They are bringing new only, but they remove the tag, they remove the stickers, and suppose if it is perfumes and all, they open it little bit spray and they will be bringing it. So they will put it under used personal effects. Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Whether liquor will come under used personal effects, sir. Alcoholic liquor. Used, it is used. Bottle opened little bit consumed and they are bringing. Will it come under used personal effects? Used personal effect required for satisfying the daily necessities of life. Sir, is it daily necessity, sir? Maybe, sir. Maybe. Some people without drinking that cannot live, sir. So it will be coming under daily necessity only, sir. Who are you to tell what is a necessity? It is up to the person. If you tell what is a necessity to you, which means you are violating Article 21, right to life and personal liberty, fundamental right. Got it? Because I cannot tell what is a necessity for you. You should decide what is a necessity for you. Got it? That's why they did not tell anything to satisfy the daily necessities. In one line they completed. Satisfying daily necessities of life and travel souvenirs carried on the person or in bona fide baggage. Now again I am coming back to my question. Whether alcohol will come under personal effects, used personal effects. Yes, alcohol will come under used personal effects. For that purpose, they cannot bring 10 bottles and say, in 10 bottles they will drink. Sir, this is morning, sir. This is afternoon, sir. This is evening, sir. This is night, sir. Like medicine I will consume, sir. Like that you cannot bring. So, personal effect means, used personal effect means, which you are using it to satisfy the daily necessities, which means maybe one bottle, that two bottles not allowed. That's where if you remember long back in my discussion I said about hip flask. So hip flask, that will be counted. In that you can pour some liquor and you bring it, that will be counted. Okay, that's the reason why for long journeys they give the liquor in the flight itself, because people cannot survive without that. So they will get shivering and all. Okay, so then how to do, what to do? Because in flight and all, if they say no, if I without consuming I cannot live, like that, if they stay we cannot park somewhere and make them get down, go drink and come, like that, not possible. Yeah, so that's the reason why they are serving to them, because beyond a limit they are not allowing. But will it come under used personal effect? Yes, but not in commercial quantities. Okay, except for 6 categories of restricted items in Annexure 1. In Annexure 1, they have given some restricted items for which general fee allowance is not available, which means you have to pay duty. One already I told you. What is that? LED TV. I told you general fee allowance. Okay. In that rates not applicable we studied na? Rates not applicable. 6. In that first 3 is what? Firearm. Cartridges of firearm exceeding 50, cigarettes exceeding 100, tobacco exceeding 125 grams, cigars exceeding 25. These 3 will not come under general fee allowance. These 3. First rates we discussed now. I am connecting how to remember everything multiple times. I am just connecting. Already you know 6. In that 6, first 3 is given in Annexure 1. Then one more. LED TV. Then gold or silver in any form other than ornaments. Then next means, what is gold or silver in any form other than ornaments means? Gold bars, gold biscuits, gold coins, etc. And next we have one more, alcoholic liquor in excess of 2 liters. That also we saw there. But we discussed the rates. 6 points we discussed in rates, correct? In that 6 points, this first one is in Annexure 1. Second one is in Annexure 1. Third is in Annexure 1. Fourth also in Annexure 1. Okay, wow. Now, next 2, they merged into 1 point. What is that? Gold or silver other than ornaments. Okay, clear? And next. Thereafter, one more point, that is LED TV. LED, LCD, plasma TV. These are the 6 goods that is there in Annexure 1, for which this personal effects, etc. and all will not be applicable, except for 6 categories of restricted items listed in Annexure 1. So you can see what are those items in Annexure 1 in page number 7. There I gave firearms, cartridges of firearms exceeding 50, cigarettes exceeding 100, cigars exceeding 25, tobacco exceeding 125 grams, alcoholic liquor or wine in excess of 2 liters. Clear? Then precious metals, stones, gold or silver in any form other than ornaments, then LED, LCD, TV, LED, LCD, plasma TV. Easy pa? First 4 there what we discussed the same. Extra 2 you should remember, gold or silver uniform other than ornaments and LED, LCD, plasma TV. For this annexure 1, you cannot bring under personal effects. Got it? So, can liquor we bring under personal effect? Yes, up to 2 liters. That too used. That too used, which means 2 bottles, little bit consumed and brought. Agreed. Agreed. Okay, that will be kept under personal effects. And even for this, the general free allowance is also not applicable. For this annexure 1, I will connect it there when we are discussing general free allowance. You understood rule 3? So, rule 3 talks about what? Personal effects. Any limit? 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs? No, any limit. Any limit. Because, we cannot value the clothes, etc. and all. Necessities pa, clothes, things which are used. So, we cannot value that. That's why they are telling full, whatever it may be. Its value may be 1 lakh, or its value may be 10 lakhs, or its value may be 20 lakhs. So, if you see people, celebrities, actors, etc. and all, when they visit foreign country, when they are returning, they will be bringing lot of, like they will take lot of garments with them, na? All costly garments, branded garments, etc. and all they will take with them. So, that is the reason why they are not talking about personal effects. And suppose if they buy there, how they should bring it? Used. They can buy, but they should use it and they should be bringing it. Then only they will get the benefit. Okay. Yes. We will discuss, everything will come. Wait. Why to rush? So, first I am talking about used personal effects. And then we have re-import and temporary import, general free allowance, then again gold, etc. and all. One by one I will explain, because problem is that you will get connected with this so much that this we can bring, that we can bring, like that you will get doubts. All your doubts will be clarified. Just step by step we will listen. And first, personal effects meaning is what? See, new or used articles a passenger may reasonably require for personal use during the journey, considering all circumstances but excluding goods imported or exported for commercial purposes. So, new or used articles, but the benefit is only for used personal effects. The benefit is only for used personal effects, not for the new, even though it may be a personal effect, but the exemption is only for used. Sir, definition of personal effect includes new or used, sir, but the exemption is only for used personal effect. New or used articles a passenger may reasonably require for personal use during the journey, considering all circumstances. Now coming back to her question, sir, whether the nuptial chain which a person is wearing, will it come under the used personal effect, sir? Yes. Whether the bangle or the ring or ear stud, will it come under used personal effect, sir? Yes. This is a debatable point now. But the problem is that, they are telling considering all circumstances but excluding goods imported or exported for commercial purpose. But if you connect here, they said daily necessities. Daily necessities, which means the basic jewelry. The basic jewelry which a person is required to wear that. So, therefore, customs officer also will not check the basic jewelry, one normal chain, stud or rings, okay. But some people will be wearing full of jewelry, full bangles up to here, necklaces, those things and all, the hip chain, etc. not allowed. That will not be considered as a personal effect or a necessity. Is it clear? So, this is a judgment to be decided by the officer. They cannot tell. It depends upon the judgment, etc. and all, depending upon the person. That too. So, if you see in some places and all, they will wear chains. One chain will be this much thick, full, from here neck to here they will be wearing. Okay. So, I saw one day in Tirumala temple, one person was wearing full of jewelry, okay, and later on it came to know that it is not jewelry, it is something else, okay, some gold or some glittering things, okay, but it is not jewelry. So like that, jewelry you would see lot of people will be wearing it. Then, sir, wait, come this side, okay, so we will not allow you to go. Normal basic we wear, no issue, but excessive jewelry, they will take them aside and they will ask them to account for it and pay the baggage duty for it. You understood what I am telling? Then coming back to this. But even then they can claim one benefit. What is that? I told you jewelry allowance is there, the 20 grams, 40 grams, etc. and all. Re-import and temporary import. You understood rule 3 now? Now we are moving on to rule 4. Re-import and temporary import. This already I told you. Personal effects that the resident, tourist of Indian origin or visa holding foreigner had earlier taken out of India. Anything may be re-imported duty free provided a departure time declaration was filed and is verified by the ACDC of customs. Personal effects a tourist needs for the duration of Indian stay may be temporarily imported duty free on declaration subject to re-export on departure, but this benefit they are giving only to a tourist. A tourist, but did they tell tourist of which origin? They did not. Read the word carefully. Personal effects a tourist needs for the duration of Indian stay, but they did not tell Indian origin tourist. They can be tourist of foreign origin or they can be tourist of Indian origin. What is the difference between that? So if he is from India, he went there, but he is visiting to India on a tourist visa because he is a non-resident. He is from India, but his stay abroad is more than 182 days, etc. That is, his stay in India is not more than 182 days. So he stayed there more than that time, which means he is not a resident. That person, when he is visiting India, he will be visiting on a tourist visa. That person will be called as tourist of Indian origin. Whereas a foreigner who is visiting India on a tourist visa is known as, so foreigner, that is tourist of foreign origin. But this particular provision is applicable for both. They said the word tourist. When they are visiting India, they will bring some articles with them. If that is to satisfy their necessities, up to the permittable quantity depending upon their duration of stay. Suppose if they are going to stay for 30 days and they can bring liquor in excess of 2 liters, one day 1 liter, 30 liters they can bring, but whatever unconsumed quantity they need to take out. That's what they mean to say. Subject to re-export on departure. Okay. Then, sir, why are you so much obsessed with liquor only, sir? I am not obsessed with liquor and alpa. Okay, I am just telling lot of people when they are coming from outside India, they bring mainly liquor only. Okay, I don't know why. Maybe in India good quality is not available and foreign only good quality is available. I really don't know, but I have observed many times that they will be bringing liquor. That's why I just gave you an example. Passengers using this facility may be subject to risk-based verification rather than mandatory checks of every consignment. Okay. Next we have, you understood now, re-import and temporary import. Re-import, first point we discussed. What is that? Leaving, bring the same, give the declaration, no need to pay duty. Second, temporary import. You are not consuming here, you will take it back. Then in that case also no need to pay. But this is only for tourist. Then next, rule 5, general free allowance. Rule 3 is personal effect. Rule 4 is re-import and temporary import. Rule 5 is general free allowance, that is article allowed clearance free of duty in bona fide baggage. What is the general free allowance? See that it is divided into two: crew member, passenger. For a crew member, what is the general free allowance? 2,500 rupees. And that point is given in a different place. I mean, connecting point. You can see that in rule 11, last page of this chapter. Rule 11, application of these rules to the member of crew. Application of these rules to member of crew. Okay. The baggage rules are also applicable to member of crew engaged in foreign going conveyance, our other crew members. So how much they can bring here? Up to 2500 per trip. So that crew point is connected there. So crew, how much they can bring? So who is crew here? During the service or after termination of service? During the service. During the service. The moment the contract is over, this will be their final journey. They will be treated like a passenger only. Contract over, pa. This is the final journey they are making as per the contract. Then they will be treated like a passenger. Then this 75,000, 25,000, that allowance is available. But during the contract period, they make multiple visits. Every time if you give 75,000, half of the goods in India they will only bring. Because in a month they will make at least 10 trips or 15 trips. You understood? So every time they visit, how much? Only 2500 rupees. Suppose if they are passenger by land, no general free allowance. Passenger by land, neighboring countries, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, etc. Okay, by land, no general free allowance. By air or sea, tourist of foreign origin, how much? 25,000. And others, including a foreigner with valid visa other than tourist visa. They are coming here to study. They will not be entering into with tourist visa. They are coming here for work. Okay, then also no tourist visa, work visa. So even for foreigner also this benefit is available. General relevance, how much? 75,000. Please listen. Tourist of origin, foreign origin only 25,000. Tourist of, first they should be tourist of foreign origin, then only 25,000. For all others, how much? 75,000. Now you go back to the definitions and see who is a tourist. Who is a tourist? See the definition. A person not ordinarily resident in India. Not ordinarily resident in India means non-resident. Correct? Entering for that is resident but not ordinary resident. But they said here person not ordinarily resident. They did not say resident but not ordinary resident. I also studied income tax little bit. Okay. So they said person not ordinarily resident in India. Entering for a stay of not more than 6 months. Now you understood the logic? Income tax non-resident 182 days. Convert into months 6 months. That is this. Not more than 6 months. In any 12-month period, in any block of 12 months, they should not stay in India for more than 6 months for legitimate non-immigrant purpose. But in income tax it is as previous year like that. So that's where they can stay 180 plus 180 even for 360 days also, but it should fall into assessment years like that. We have a loophole in income tax. But here, nothing of that sort. In any block of 12 months. In any block of 12 months, their stay should be not more than 6 months for legitimate non-immigrant purpose. Non-immigrants means not to stay here. Not to stay here means literally they are coming on what visa? Tourist visa. Then only it is up to 25,000. Otherwise, in all other cases, it will be up to 75,000. It is up to, because you are bringing 50,000. 50,000 minus 75,000 minus 25,000. Give me money like that. You don't ask. Okay. If you are bringing articles which is 50,000, entirely it is exempted. But that does not mean 25,000, next visit I enter, please put it in passport. So 25,000 plus next visit 75,000, 1 lakh I will bring, nothing of that sort. That's why up to 25,000, up to 75,000. A passenger aged 18 years or above. So one more general free allowance. First monetary allowance you understood now. What is a monetary general free allowance? Crew up to 2,500. Tourist of foreign origin up to 25,000. Others up to 75,000. If they are entering through land route, 0, nothing. A passenger aged 18 years or above, so greater than or equal to 18 years, greater than or equal to 18 years, greater than or equal to 18 years, other than a crew member, thank God, otherwise crew member will bring one laptop every time. So other than a crew member is additionally entitled to clearance of one new laptop or notepad free of duty, irrespective of the monetary general allowance. So in addition to general allowance, one laptop they can bring. Laptop or notepad means this iPad, etc. and all. Both are one. Any one. Laptop plus iPad. No, what if they declare at the time of leaving and they bring the same? That anything, 10 iPads also they can bring. If they are taking it and if they declare the same thing when they are bringing, they don't have any issue. And here, are we talking about the used one or the new one? New ones, not the used one, because used one will come under personal effects. Used one will come under personal effects. New one, how will they know it is new one or old one? If you open it, will be known. No, if they open and see, it will be known. Cycle count, battery cycle count, whether it is used or new one, easily they will be able to identify. Okay. Moreover, by seeing it itself, sometimes we can judge whether it is a used one or old one, but even otherwise, the moment when they turn on, they can see whether it is used one or old one. Got it? But here it is for the new one. A passenger aged 18 years or above other than crew is additionally entitled to clearance of one new laptop or notepad free of duty, irrespective of the monetary GFA. Got it? Then the free allowance. So therefore, what you should do? Anyone who is going abroad, ask them to bring one Mac. Okay? Let them bring one MacBook free. No, I mean under general free allowance, no need to pay duty. Here you sell 30,000 rupees profit. You understood? In the 30,000 rupees, you give 10,000 rupees to them, you take 20,000. Easy money. Understood? Because there is a difference in price to the extent of 30,000 to 35,000 rupees. And baggage duty, if you put, it will be equal. But if you are not putting baggage duty, the advantage is there. Okay. That too, recently MacBook prices have increased, and in India particularly they have increased it more. So that's the reason why this is the best alternative. Got it? So good money you can make if you have a very good network. Understood? Then, but if you are caught in this, I am not responsible. I am not coming under abetting to commit an offense. I am just telling people like this, bad boys outside are doing like this. Okay. So, but you don't do. You are a law-abiding citizen. You should be ethical and you should report all these instances to the government. Okay. Next. The free allowance of one passenger cannot be pooled with that of the other passenger. What is that? Let's take a scenario. 3 laptops are brought by 2 passengers. 3 laptops are brought by 2 passengers. One laptop, they will get benefit anyhow because greater than or equal to 18 years. The third laptop is 1 lakh rupees. Individually, each of them can get 75,000 general allowance, cumulatively 1,50,000. But the problem is that 1 lakh laptop, you cannot club it under the general allowance, which means either passenger's baggage, it will be kept, and accordingly up to 75,000 only they can claim, remaining 25,000 will be dutiable. Is it clear? Understood? So clubbing we don't have in baggage, cannot be pulled with that of another passenger. That is, a family cannot combine individual allowances into single higher joint limit for one item. Is it clear? But they can segregate the items. They can segregate the items in order to have the better benefit. Say for example, father, mother, 2 kids are traveling. Each one is eligible for 75,000. What they will do? They can segregate and give the declaration. Even though everything is carried in one bag, but they can segregate it and accordingly decide to get the benefit out of it. But one item, one single product, it is not possible to be clubbed in 2 baggages. Infants are excluded from GFA. Only infants are excluded, not kids. Who is infant again? And for them, what is the benefit? Personal effects. More than 2 years, simply remember, for every ticket, one general fee allowance. Got it? For every ticket, one general fee allowance. So please take kids when you are leaving along with you. Infants are excluded from GFA. Your kids, okay, or someone's kids. Anything is fine. Anything is fine, yeah. Even others' kids also. Just tell, we will take and come back like that. Okay, provided their parents are allowing. So, though rule 3 personal effects allowance still applies to them. So, this is the chart. What is that? Crew member. First, passenger by land nil. Crew member 2500. Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Crew member, even land also covered, sir. Yes. Yes. They did not specify anything for crew. Crew always 2500. But basically, crew means we see in the aircraft or vessel only. That's the reason. So, land nil, crew member 2500, tourist of foreign origin, air or sea 25,000. In all other cases, resident, tourist of Indian origin, foreigner with valid visa, non-tourist. So, then it will be 75,000. Next. Is this in addition to personal effects? Yes, everything is incremental. Every rule is incremental. Rule 3 personal effect. Rule 4 in addition to rule 3, rule 5 in addition to rule 3 and rule 4, like that. Everything is incremental. So, look into this question, you will understand. That is, if they are in service, contract, they may not be related to that flight, they might be the crew for other flight, but still they will be considered as a crew only, because they are in the contract. For example, there is another flight where this pilot will be required. For that he will be traveling. Say one flight for which the pilot has got some health issue. So therefore another pilot needs to be arranged from this location to that location. So they will go in the flight. Will they be considered as crew? Yes, they will be considered as crew only, even though they may not be crew for that flight, but they will be considered as crew for general. Okay. So they did not tell crew in that particular conveyance or crew in that particular voyage, they did not tell. So, crew, if they are in the contract. Okay. Look into illustration 1. Mr. Fang, a tourist of Chinese origin, aged 22 years, come to India on tourist visa. So, tourist of foreign origin for a period of 1 month on 1/4, along with his wife aged 20 years and child Zing aged 2 years. How possible? Maybe child marriage. Then he brought the following items along with him. Personal effects like clothes of Mr. Fang valued at 40,000, Mrs. Fang valued at 50,000 and Zing worth 25,000. What all these things? Clothes, personal effects. So it is exempted, fully exempted. Okay, under rule 3, this 40,000, 50,000 and 25,000 will be exempted. Next. 2 laptop computers worth 36,000 each. See, if it is used, it would be given in the first point. If it is given separately, means it is new one. Even then it is exempted. Correct? Why? 1 each. 1 each. 2 laptop computers, 1 each, exempted. Under which rule? General fee allowance, rule 5. Rule 5. 3 bottles of wine of 1 liter each of a total value 6,000. Don't accommodate entire 3 bottles in one bag, because up to 2 liters is only eligible for general fee allowance. So divide. 2 liters Mr. Fang, 1 liter Mrs. Fang. Okay. Then, so what is the dutiable value now? What is the dutiable value now? 6 divided by 1 liter each of total value 6. So 6 divided by 3, 2,000 rupees. So which means 4,000 rupees is the baggage dutiable value for Mr. Fang and Mrs. Fang 2,000. Okay. Then next, this is before GFA. Before GFA, say this: Mr. Fang and Mrs. Fang, Mr. Fang, Mrs. Fang. So in case of Mr. Fang, dutiable value. See, first one is exempted, rule 3. Second one is also exempted under rule 5. When it is exempted, why are you taking into the dutiable value? Now what should be taken into the dutiable value for Mr. Fang? 4,000 and 2,000. Next, digital camera worth 21,000. Sir, what if it is used? It would have been given in personal effects. Why it is given separately? So which means it is new one. Let's put it under Mr. Fang. And mobile worth 25,000. Sir, mobile is used personal effect na sir, correct. But if it is a brand new one, why it is not given, along with personal effects? It is given means it is brand new. So it will be considered as new. So dutiable 25,000. So total how much? 25, 27. Only 2,000 will be dutiable. Why? Sir, tourist of foreign origin, what is the general fuel allowance? 25,000. So Mr. Fang will claim general fuel allowance 25,000. So dutiable value 0. Mrs. Fang will claim general fuel allowance of 25,000. So 27 minus 25, that will be 2,000. That will be dutiable at what rate? 35%. So 2,000 into 35%, 700 rupees is the baggage duty payable. Is it clear? You please go through the answer below. First, infant used personal effect 25,000, rule 3, import duty nil. Mr. Fang used personal effect 40,000, rule 3 nil. Travel souvenirs also covered, but they have not brought anything. Even travel souvenirs also no need to pay. We discussed used personal effects and travel souvenirs. See rule 3. Used personal effects and travel souvenirs both are given. Okay. So therefore, here it is not there in the question, but in rule 3 it is there. Other articles not being in annexure 1. Laptop, all other. Laptop is again covered under rule 5, fully nil. All others, 2-liter wine plus 1 digital camera. So what is a 2-liter wine plus digital camera? That's what we did. That is 25,000. So that is covered under rule 5, general fuel allowance. So nil. Used personal effects. Used personal effect 50,000. Nil. Travel souvenirs not given in the question. Other articles, 1 laptop, age 18 years. Age greater than 18 years. So therefore, it is covered under rule 5. All other 1-liter wine plus mobile 27,000, 25,000 is allowed. So 700 will be the duty payable. Why duty payable 700? Because 2,000 into 35%. Is it clear? Since only 2-liter wine can be accommodated in general fuel allowance, therefore 2 liters is declared in the baggage of Mr. Fang and 1 liter in the baggage of Mrs. Fang. The free allowance of one passenger cannot be pooled with or of other passenger. For infants, only personal effects shall be allowed duty free. It has been assumed that Mrs. and Mr. Fang and child have brought 3 separate baggage for which separate declaration have been made to lower the incidence of customs duty. This note you have to write always when you do the planning, which means that they make separate declaration. All these things are not declared by the one person. Okay. Now we are moving on to rule 6. Again, rule 6 is in addition to 3, 4, 5. Rule 6 is jewellery allowance. But when I am talking about jewellery allowance, keep in mind, if they give jewellery separately, which means it is new jewellery. If it is personal effect, it will be covered under personal effects. Okay. Sir, jewellery can be brought under personal effect, sir. Now, yes. Previously, no. Previously, the meaning of personal effects excludes jewellery. Previously, old definition of personal effects, that is baggage rules 2016, used to say that personal effects does not include jewellery like that. But now they removed it, which means basic jewellery can be brought under personal effects. If it is given in the question personal effects and jewellery separately, which means that is with jewellery, new jewellery. See there, a resident or tourist of Indian origin residing abroad for more than 1 year and on return to India. So who, sir? Resident. Who is a resident? Go back to the definition. Who is a resident? Rule 2 we have definitions. Resident, a person ordinarily residing in India, holding valid passport under the Passports Act 1967. So therefore, we have to connect it with the income tax and FEMA. Both the places we have same. Resident means his stay should be for more than 182 days. 182 days or more during the previous year. So they will be called as a resident. So to that resident, this is available. Next, tourist of Indian origin, not for tourist of foreign origin. Correct? Resident, they said resident. Holding valid passport means foreigner, how we will hold a valid passport? So Indian. So resident. Tourist, but tourist also again Indian origin, not a foreign origin. They may not have Indian passport. Tourist of foreign origin may not have Indian passport, but even then they are also covered because they are of Indian origin. Tourist of Indian origin. Residing abroad for more than 1 year, and on return to India shall be allowed clearance free of duty jewellery in his bona fide baggage to the extent as given below. How much? Female passenger jewellery up to a weight of 40 grams. Other than female passenger, because previously they used the word male passenger, but now considering, again people, this LGBTQ will make protest and all, that how can you say, no, we are not there in baggage. That's why they drafted it like other than female, okay, other than female, okay. So who are we other than female? You understood? Clear? So, other than female passenger, that is male or transgender, how much they can bring pa? 20 grams. Jewellery up to a weight of 20 grams. So female passenger up to 40 grams, others, that is male passenger, up to 20 grams, okay. No value restriction. Previously we had a value restriction, that is now not applicable, okay. There is one question, how come we can find a person is a crew if he travels as general public during his contract period? They will be wearing the uniform and they will be having ID card issued by the airlines. So therefore we will not, we in a sense, why we should find? Customs officer will identify easily, so that they are, they will show the ID card pa. And that too in check-in and all, when you see security clearance also, when it is crew, they will be allowed na. You have to stand in the queue, etc. and all. But if it is crew, they will allow. What they will show? They will show their ID card and they will go like that, okay. Next, illustration 2. Mr. Sujoy, an Indian entrepreneur, went to London to explore new business opportunities on 1/4/2022. Indian entrepreneur went to London. His wife also joined him in London after 3 months. The following details are submitted by them with the customs authorities on their return to India on 15/4. Used personal effect worth 80,000, fully exempted. Why? Used personal effect, rule 3, it is exempted. 2 music systems, see, used personal effect to everyone it is exempted, na. 2 music system each worth 50,000, that is not exempted, it will be dutiable, but both of them can claim general free allowance up to 75,000, because they are not crew or land route or even tourists of foreign origin. So 75,000 general free allowance they can claim, correct? So it is dutiable, 50,000, 50,000. The jewellery brought by Mr. Sujoy worth 48,000, 20 grams, exempted. But the jewellery brought by his wife, 96,000, is not exempted because her stay is not more than 1 year. To apply this jewellery, sir, again I am repeating, why are we not bringing this jewellery under personal effects? Because jewellery is given separately. If it is personal effect, it will be given personal effect including jewellery, like that they would have given. If it is given separately, means it is new jewellery. But very, very important condition, the stay should be in abroad for more than 1 year. But here it is not 1 year. He stayed, but his wife did not stay. His wife stayed for less than 1 year. So 96,000 will be dutiable. However, she can claim up to 75,000 general free allowance. Sir, general free allowance not available to jewellery. Who said? Which idiot said? I did not tell. What I said is that gold or silver in any form other than ornaments. Means for ornaments it is applicable. In annexure 1 what is there? Gold or silver in any form other than ornaments is there. So due to that reason, this jewelry they can claim under general free allowance. So what is the total? 96 plus 50. 96 plus 50 minus 75,000. For Mr. Sujoy, everything is exempted here. But Mrs. Sujoy, 96 plus 50 minus 75. So therefore, how much will be the duty? 71. So, no, correct only. Answer is correct only. Wait. 50 already music system gone. So what is left over? That leftover is 25,000, that is adjusted in 96,000. Answer correct only, pa. Don't worry. Either you can take 50 plus 96 minus 75 or 50 knocked off, remaining extra allowance 25,000 we are adjusting against the jewelry. Both way the answer is same. 71,000. So 71,000 into 35%, 24,850 will be taken as the baggage duty. Is it clear? Next, illustration 3. Mr. A, weight of jewelry 18 grams. So what is the duty free allowance? 20 grams. Should we check the value? No. So baggage duty 0. Next, Mr. B, 22 grams. What is the allowance? 20 grams. So how to determine? Simple. Total value given how much? 44. 44,000 divided by 22 into 20. 40,000. So what is the remaining? That 4,000 will be dutiable. Got it? That 4,000 will be dutiable. Sir, how 22 grams will be 44,000, sir? See, that and all you should not ask me. For computation purpose, I am telling you. Okay. Sir, how 22 grams will be 44,000, sir? Maybe 9 carat, who knows? 9 carat gold. Yes, pa, it is there. 24 is there, 22 is there, which you know, correct? 18 is there, which was prevalent. And they have even brought now 14 in 9 also. Got it? So, gold only, no, you need. I will give gold only. But you should not ask how much quantity gold is there in that. Okay? So, therefore, yes, we have lot of jewelry with 9 carat. Maybe that value could be less. So, I am giving you for understanding purpose. Okay? Computational sake. Next. Mr. C, 20 grams, 50,000. Fully exempted. Why? Up to 20 grams. Then Mr. D, 25 grams, 75,000. So 75,000 divided by 25 grams. So remaining 5 grams. What is that 5 grams? 15,000. Correct? Sir, 75 divided by 25 into 20 is 60,000. Sir, remaining will be 15,000. That will be dutiable. See, all this is if they don't have GFA. If they have GFA, the remaining amount they can claim under general free allowance. Is it clear? All this is after exhausting the general free allowance. Otherwise, for this extra money, this 4,000, 15,000, 10,000, they can claim general free allowance. Can claim general free allowance. Again I am repeating how we got 4,000, sir. 44,000 divided by 22 into 20. 40,000 is allowed. 20 grams is allowed. So remaining 44 minus 40, 4,000. So how we got 4,000? 44,000 minus 40,000, like that. Okay. Next. Look into Miss E, 38 grams, fully exempted. Miss F, 45 grams, only 40 grams is exempted. So 90,000 divided by 45 into 40, that is 80,000. So remaining 10,000 will be dutiable. On that they will claim the baggage, they can claim general free allowance. If not, baggage duty 35% is payable. Next. But sir, for jewelry, you said a different rate is applicable. For jewelry, a different rate is applicable now, sir. See, that is for gold or silver other than ornaments. You take separate rate. In exam, if separate rate is given, you take. Otherwise, you take this rate itself, 35%. Professionals returning from abroad or persons transferring residence. Rule 7. Rule 7. What is this Rule 7? People, this Rule 7 is divided into two. People who stay abroad and will be traveling back to India, they will get benefit under this rule. Foreigners who stay in India for some time, go back and come and bring some articles, for them also this will be applicable. Two appendix are given, Appendix 1 and Appendix 2. Read the heading of Appendix 1. Allowance for resident or tourist of Indian origin. Resident or tourist of Indian origin. Somewhere we read this. Jewelry. Resident or tourist of Indian origin. Okay. And we should see how many days they stayed abroad. How many days they stayed abroad. Second appendix. Allowance for foreigners with valid non-tourist visa. Means what? Why foreigner will be in India? Without tourist visa. Work visa, student visa. Got it? If that be the case, the allowance will be given depending upon their stay in India. Okay. I'll tell you how it works. Actually, the cost of education in India is less than abroad. Okay. So, because you take any particular qualification in India, the cost is very, very less. Okay. But in abroad and all, it will be in lakhs. And so, recently I inquired for, a PhD. In India, it will take 4 years, 3 years to 4 years to get a PhD. And in abroad, they are giving doctorate. And the doctorate is somewhere like 8 lakhs. Whereas in India, hardly 10,000 rupees per semester, which means for 3 years, it will be not even 1 lakh. Okay, not even 1 lakh. And including the guide fees, book fees, everything together, it will be somewhere in 1 lakh. If maximum big universities also 2 lakhs. But there, one normal university itself is charging 8 lakhs. That big difference is there. So naturally, what people tend to do? They come to India, they study here. If you go to IIT Madras, n number of foreigners are there. You take any science stream because it is costly and here it is cheap. And we are going there to do medicine now. They are coming here to do medicine because it is cheaper. There it is costlier. And they come here, they write NEET exam and they join the medical colleges. So they are coming to India on a student visa. Means will they stay in India itself when they go to their place? They'll go now. At least for Christmas they will go now. When they go, what they will do, certain things which are not available in India, they will bring here. But before they leave India, they stayed in India for some months. Depending upon that, when they go back and bring some articles, some allowance is given, that is Annexure 2. Hope you understood what is Annexure 2. Sorry, Appendix 2. Got it? Clear? Next. So therefore, this transfer of residence, Rule 7, grants additional duty free allowance over and above Rule 3 and 5. Personal effects. Then general free allowance. General free allowance. 2. Residents or tourists of Indian origin returning from a profession abroad or transferring residence to India. And foreigners with valid non-tourist visa transferring residence to India subject to duration of stay slabs, conditions and permissible relaxations set out in Appendix 1 and Appendix 2. Appendix 1 is for resident and tourist of Indian origin. Appendix 2 is for foreign origin, foreigners with non-tourist visa. Household and personal articles specified in Annexure 2 may be brought, not Annexure 1 articles. Annexure 1 articles not covered here also. General allowance also not covered, here also not covered. But Annexure 2 articles are covered. Now you are going to have a tough time in remembering Annexure 2 articles. Because see, what are the articles given in Annexure 2? 30 articles they have given. How to remember this? I don't think so. They will be testing on this in exam they will give. Because practically we cannot remember this list now. and therefore they might be giving it that it will fall in annexure 2 like that. Suppose in exam, sir, if they have not given, what should we do, sir? Write assumption that it falls under annexure 2 and write. You judge whether it is household article or not. It appears that it is used in house, then put it as annexure 2 article, because majority of the household articles I have given. See the list once. Home theater system, AC, microwave oven, washing machine, gas cooking range, gas stove, personal computer, desktop, because laptop is also there. Laptop is also there, but this laptop, over and above that new one. Laptop or notepad, domestic refrigerator, television, even though it is not in annexure 1, but they gave it in annexure 2. Dishwasher, deep freezer, video camera, vacuum cleaner, air fryer, dryer machine, air cooler, PlayStation gaming console. Okay, maybe possible. People will bring, because they cannot live without that also. After the bike emotion, the second emotion is gaming console. They will not leave, And this PlayStation gaming consoles, water dispensers, oil heater, electric oven. In this majority are not in my house. Oil heater. Oil heater means what, I don't know. Electric oven, musical instrument, tablet, iPad. So laptop given, desktop given, iPad also given. Small Bluetooth speaker. What is small, big? Bluetooth speaker you can put. Then air purifier, dehumidifier, multifunction printer, robotic vacuum cleaner, massage chair, projector, amplifier. This list So just imagine one, above poverty line person whose house has lot of things. Just visualize those goods. Okay, and because in my house and all, massage chair is not there. If I require, I will ask my kid to, just, he will also feel like, okay, I got an opportunity. Like that and all, he will press like crazily. He will just stamp on me. And therefore, that's what massage chair for us. And maybe like this, these articles, in exam, you just take an assumption that it is covered under annexure 2, and therefore they can bring these articles like that. You write the assumption. May be brought under transfer of residence up to the value ceilings in these appendices. Where a passenger falls short of the prescribed stay duration, they must proactively inform the jurisdictional principal commissioner or commissioner. So, depending upon the stay, this relaxation is given now. Suppose if the stay conditions are not met, for relaxations they need to go to jurisdictional principal commissioner or commissioner. First look into appendix 1. Annexure is different, appendix is different. Annexure 1 articles, annexure 2 articles. Appendix 1, appendix 2 is only for transfer of residence limits. Okay. First appendix to whom? Resident, tourist of Indian origin. Tourist of Indian origin. If they stay abroad, 3 months to 12 months. If they stay abroad, 3 months to 12 months. What they can bring? Personal and household articles, excluding annexure 1, including annexure 2. Already we studied. But what is the restriction? Maximum 1 unit each. 10 laptops, 20 refrigerators. In that annexure 2, only 1. 1 each. 1 in the sense not entire annexure to 1. For example, TV means 1 TV. Massage chair means 1 massage chair. Like that. Okay. Then up to 1,50,000 in aggregate. In aggregate means all items put together. Then you will understand, okay, 1 item 1,50,000. No. 1 item only you can bring in each 1 item. But overall, in that annexure 2, the value should be 1,50,000. Suppose if you stay abroad for more than 1 year, minimum 1 year stay during the preceding 2 years, then double 3 lakhs, okay, and minimum 2 years or above. So greater than 1 year but less than or equals to 2 years, less than 2 years, No, minimum 1 year, correct, minimum 2 years. So more than 1 year, less than or equals to 2 years. If it is more than or equals to 2 years, 2 years, then as above only, but up to 7,50,000 in aggregate. Got it? First remember the limits. 3 months to 12 months, basic limit you remember 1.5 lakh. 1.5 lakh into 2 into 5. Into 2. When into 2, next slab. More than 1 year. More than 2 years, into 5. What is it into 5? 1,50,000 into 5, 7,50,000. Okay. Can you remember this? Less than 3 months, no allowance here. 3 to 12. More than 1, more than 2. 1,50,000, 3 lakhs, 7,50,000. Clear? Now conditions we will see. This 1 year during the preceding 2 years, in the block of preceding 2 years, 1 year they should have stayed. Concession not availed in the preceding 3 years. Okay, what is this? They went abroad, returned, they availed, they stayed 1 year, they returned, they availed. Again they may be going, now stay for 1 more year and again coming back, but in the last 3 years already they claimed once. So they cannot claim it again. You understood? Because I have a friend who don't want to live in India. Every time he will be complaining about India, because for him, if he try to pull my legs, so he will talk about India, and therefore I will tell something and he will tell something. So for him it is joy. Okay. So therefore, it is like every time he will be telling, see how this country is, see Vijay and all became chief minister, like that and all he will be telling every time. So people are idiots here, like that and all. So then I will be giving counter, etc. He don't want to live. I don't know what is his problem with India. He don't want to live. He will go in search of every country. And he went to one country, I don't remember that country, where full of shivering it will be cold. Okay, I don't know a country. I said don't go because health, because he's taking his wife, kids, everyone. And his kids has not studied properly in any one school also. And he took them. He stayed there exactly 6 months. Pneumonia attack, because see environment changes, you cannot live with those conditions, and fully like the kids are not feeling healthy, and wife himself, they were admitted in the hospital there. The cost of the medical treatment is so high in abroad, because here and they have to stay cold. If you go for medicine, you have to stay for 1 week. Means you cannot meet a doctor in 1 week. Here doctor taking that mosquito bat and hitting, lot of doctors are here who are available. Just 100 rupees if you give, you can meet a doctor here. But there he is ready to spend 10,000, but you could not meet a doctor there. 1 week nurse is giving medicine for him, and thereafter he packed his bags and he came. He recovered. Okay, then again he started, I wanted to go, like that. So what is there in this country, etc. Bloody idiot, you came from there. Doctor also not there in that country. We have, see how many doctors, that too medical cost. He came here and his mom gave him some home Ayurvedic medicine, and doctor gave him medicines, basic medicines, which we also know, general medicine for cold, etc. and all. In exactly 30 days he recovered. Got it? Sir, that is what our country, sir. And the environment is so good that you can live forever here till the time you die. Got it? And therefore these people are not listening. Again they wanted to go. Like that some idiots are there in India. What they do is that they go, come back, go, come back. We will not give for every time. So this concession is not availed in the preceding 3 years. 3 years, keep in mind. Okay, 3 years. The next one. What is their stay abroad minimum? 2 years or more. And as above only 7,50,000. But what is that conditions? Minimum 2 years stay abroad immediately preceding the return. But in the 2 years, short visit can be there, but it should not be more than 6 months. Means what? So 2 years means definitely some marriage will happen or some function will happen. They will be visiting and they will be leaving. Now, that short visits, cumulatively it should not be more than 6 months. And this condition same, the concession should not be availed in the preceding 3 years. Relaxation possible via deputy commissioner or assistant commissioner or principal commissioner, that is, suppose sir, my short visit is 7 months. Then relaxation is possible through officer. Suppose if my stay is exactly 18 months, not 2 years. Okay, exactly 22 months, not 2 years, means 2 months less. All those things will be relaxed by them. Okay, understood here? First case, no conditions. Second case, only one condition. What is that? 3 years. Next case, what are the conditions? Minimum 2 years, short visit up to 6 months. Next, concession not availed in the preceding 3 years. Now say this. This is a newly added appendix. Previously it was not there. Previously it was given only for people who go abroad and return, but now they are giving it to even foreigners also. So that means we can avail this benefit for every block of 3 years? Yes, yes, you are right. For every block of 3 years only this benefit can be availed. Appendix 2, allowances for foreigner with valid non-tourist visa. Already I told you, a person with non-tourist visa, that student visa or work visa, etc. They visited already India. They stayed in India 6 months to 12 months. They stayed in India 6 months to 12 months minimum, and now they are going to their place and they are returning again. But previously to their return, how much period they stayed in India? 6 months to 12 months, same 1,50,000. In previous 3 to 6, here 6 to 12. In the previous table 3 to 6, here 6 to 12. Okay, 3 to 12. 3 to 12. Here 6 to 12. 1,50,000, 1,50,000. Minimum 1 year, 3 lakhs. Minimum 2 years, 7,50,000. So same slab, no need to change. You understood? 1,50,000, 3 lakhs, 7,50,000. First slab alone the time limit will change. In the previous table 3 months to 12 months, but here 6 months to 12 months. But minimum 1 year, minimum 2 years, that is same. Is it clear? But that is stay abroad. This is stay in India. Stay in India. And what are the conditions? First case, minimum 6 months stay in India, concession not availed in the preceding 1 year. They have not got this benefit in the preceding 1 year. Next, minimum 1 year, stay in succeeding 2 years, concession not availed in the preceding 3 years, same. Minimum 2 years, concession not availed in the preceding 3 years, and wherever there is required, condonation of delay. Condonation is available via officer. Now see the last one. Extra we have. Returning after stay abroad of 2 years or more. What is this? That is, foreigner with non-tourist visa, first time entering into India. Okay, first time, but they stay in abroad is more than 2 years. Sir, not stay in India, sir. Last point is stay abroad. Means to whom? Students, working professionals who for the first time enter into India. They will definitely bring some articles, correct or not? For them they have given relief. What is that? Up to 7,15,000 aggregate, but their stay abroad should be more than. So of course they are foreigners, their stay abroad will be more than 2 years. Minimum 2 years stay abroad immediately preceding return. Total short visit in India in preceding 2 years greater than, less than or equals to 6 months. Concession not availed in preceding 3 years. Same as above part. Here we have na. Here minimum 2 years or more. Same. So these are the concessions. You can see here. Appendix 1. Resident or person of Indian origin. Foreigner non-tourist visa. Appendix 2. In these cases, first appendix we have 3 slabs. 3 to 12 months, minimum 1 year in preceding 2 years, 2 years or more. 1 lakh 50, 3 lakh, 7 lakh 50. Here 6 months to 12 months, minimum 1 year, 2 years or more in India, written after 2 plus years abroad. So 7 lakh 50, 7 lakh 50. But in the first case, basis is duration of stay abroad. But here duration of stay in India, but fourth point only it will be outside India, abroad. Clear? Can you remember? Mostly remember the limits. Conditions and all, by default you will get it. Okay. Yes. Annexure 2 articles also already we discussed. No, that is common everywhere. That's common everywhere. But I could not repeat it in every table. So I gave it, that is, this is common. This maximum 1 unit each is common in everywhere. The entire rule 7, this is common. Maximum 1 unit each. Because the tables were very big. I simplified the table to a greater extent. You can see this is how the table is given. From 6 months to 12 months, personal and household articles other than those in Annexure 1, but including articles in Annexure 2, not more than 1 unit each, up to aggregate value of 1 lakh 50. Okay, same thing repeated, same thing repeated. I just removed it and I said in one place only common. In every other place, this both the tables it is common. Okay. Next. So say this, illustration 5. Mrs. Kavita, a person of Indian origin, means appendix 1, was employed abroad continuously for 9 months and has now permanently relocated to India, transfer of residence. She has not availed the transfer of residence concession earlier. So 9 months means 3 to 12. How much? 1,50,000. She brings the following new or dutiable goods excluding used personal effects, which was separately exempt under rule 3. Microwave oven, it is there. Air conditioner, it is there. 2 identical smartphones, personal gadgets, not annexure 2 items. Then gold chain 18 grams. See, these are not annexure 2 items. Not annexure 2 items, 2 identical smartphones, not annexure 2 items, 1,10,000. And gold chain 18 grams, she is female, that we know, 3,60,000. Compute the duty payable, clearly identifying which rule or appendix governs each item. First, microwave oven and air conditioner, rule 7, correct. And smartphones not in annexure 2, but it is given as personal gadgets, so it will be covered under rule 5, rule 3, rule 3. So because they use the word personal, we are putting it under rule 3. Okay. Next, sir, but it's not given, one second pa. It's not given as used. It's given as personal, but not given as used. Given as personal, but not given as used. So then how to consider this? So not in annexure 2, which means it will be dutiable. It will be dutiable. And can claim general fee allowance and transfer of residence also possible, but not in annexure 2. If it is an annexure 2, transfer of residence is possible. See, again I am repeating, it is given as personal gadgets, but nowhere it is given as used. If it is used only, we can invoke rule 3, but here it is not given as used. And gold chain 18 grams, she is female, compute the duty payable and clearly identifying which rule. And to give that it is not covered under personal effects, in the question itself we can see the clue, excluding used personal effects which are separately exempt, which means these are not used personal effects. So that clue is there in the question itself. Now Why can't she get jewelry allowance? She did not stay for more than 1 year. So jewelry allowance not possible. So this is dutiable. Second one is also dutiable. Third one is also dutiable. And gold chain is also dutiable. Correct? And here this 35,000 and 55,000 cumulatively how much? 90,000. How much is exempted? 1,50,000. So therefore this will be covered under rule 7. Correct? This will be covered under rule 7. Then clearly it is given two identical smartphone not in annexure 2, gold chain is not in annexure 2, because you check above, nowhere we have gold chain in annexure 2. So therefore these two are dutiable, but she can claim general free allowance under rule 5. Is it clear? Again I am repeating, used personal effects already considered. All these are not used personal effects, these are in addition to used personal effects. In that annexure 2 items she can claim under transfer of residence rule 7. Other than annexure 2 items she can claim general free allowance. What are the annexure 2 items? Sir, for annexure 2 items general free allowance also possible as sir? Yes, yes, but we have transfer of residence allowance itself 1,50,000, so it can be accommodated there. 35 lakhs and 35,000 and 55,000 fully it will become exempted. First dutiable, but applying rule 7 it will become exempted, they don't have to pay. Is it clear? Next, what about this two identical smartphones and gold chain? 1,10,000 plus 36,000. Is general free allowance available? Yes. How much will be the general free allowance? 75,000 will be the general free allowance. How come 75,000 will be the general free allowance? Other than tourist of foreign origin. So 1,10,000 plus 1,10,000 plus 3,60,000, that is 4,70,000 minus 75,000, that will be 3,95,000. Got it? Clear? Who said in GFA you cannot claim 2 phones? You can claim 3 phones also, 10 phones also, 200 phones also. You can claim under GFA. That is for transfer of residence only 1 item each. Please don't get confused. Under transfer of residence only 1 item each. Under general free allowance I never said 1 item each. You can bring, it is dutiable. But only thing, commercial quantity, 2 cannot be called as commercial quantity. Got it? So 2 is basic, it's not counted as commercial quantity. So therefore it is still covered under the baggage. Again I am repeating. So listen carefully. First, microwave oven, and again sir we can bring one new mobile or laptop without paying duty. This also I did not tell. Ayya please, which I did not tell, don't put it on me. I never said that. I said laptop. Laptop is different, mobile is different. Come on, you are not kids to identify the difference between laptop and mobile. You just go above and see. Rule 5 where mobile is there. Did I give mobile there? What is given there? Laptop or notepad? Notepad and the mobile is same. Which era we are in? Where notebook and notepad and mobile we can put it under same. We don't have like that. We have 18 years or more only laptop as exempted, correct, under general free allowance. But here it is not laptop, it is not laptop, it is smartphone. That is different. Smartphone is not covered under laptop, so that 18 years point is not applicable here. And first we need to identify annexure. See, we have different rules. Rule 3 is what? Personal effects, already covered. That's excluding used personal effects, which was separately exempt under rule 3, that's over. Rule 4 not applicable here, because she did not give any declaration at the time she is leaving and coming back, so that is also not applicable. So only applicable rules is 5, 6, 7, 3 rules. In that, first rule 7 you apply for what? Annexure 2 items. Rule 7 you apply for annexure 2 items. In the question we need to check, is there any annexure 2 items? Yes. What are they? Microwave oven and air conditioner. It is in annexure 2 items. For that can we apply rule 7? Yes. And up to what limit? Stay abroad. What is the stay abroad? Check the appendix 1. What is the stay abroad? So 3 months to 12 months. So how much they can? 1,50,000, and only one item each brought. One microwave oven, one air conditioner. So therefore cumulatively is it within 1,50,000? Yes. So fully it will be exempted under rule 7. Is it clear? So microwave oven, annexure 2 item, 1 unit only, rule 7, appendix 1, 35,000. Air conditioner, annexure 2 item, 1 unit only, rule 7, appendix 1. So first appendix, not first annexure, first appendix, okay. Then smartphone, general dutiable article, not in annexure 2. Actually rule 7 is wrong. In this case it should be rule 5, general free allowance. Rule 5, general free allowance, appendix 1 is not applicable. Rule 5, general free allowance, appendix 1 is not applicable. So 1,10,000 should be taken. Gold chain 18 grams, rule 6 will not come, only rule 5 will be applicable. Why? Because stay in abroad is not more than 1 year. Okay, stay in abroad is not more than 1 year. Mrs. Kavita resided abroad only for 9 months, but rule 6 requires more than 1 year abroad for jewellery concession, 40 grams for a female passenger to apply. Since she does not meet this condition, no separate jewellery exemption is available. The gold chain must be assessed to duty in the ordinary course. Since it is a gold ornament carried as personal jewellery, not brought gold under annexure 1, it is not barred. See, actually in annexure 1 we have gold or silver in any form other than ornaments. So, but it is gold chain. Gold chain is ornament. So, it is not barred, but it does not qualify for rule 6, weight based free allowance. It is therefore included as personal article within the rule 5 computation. Next, duration of stay abroad is 9 months, falls in the 3 months up to 12 months slab. So, free allowance ceiling will be 1,50,000. No special conditions attached to this slab. Also microwave oven and air conditioner are each of single unit of annexure 2 item permissible. So therefore these two will be right now exempted under rule 7. Exempted under rule 7. And these two you need to take, what is the value? 4,70,000. So dutiable value will be 4,70,000 minus 75,000. Why general free allowance? So that will be available. So therefore the value will be how much? 4,70,000 minus 75,000. 3,95,000 will be taken. So rule 5, separate 75,000 GFA is used here, since the other goods, whatever goods that is there, smartphones and gold chain. Since smartphone and gold chain is not in annexure 2. Not in annexure 2. So duty payable 35% on 3,95,000. So 3,95,000 into 35%. 3,95,000 into 35%. 1,38,250. So this question we applied all the rules. Rule 3 applied, rule 4 not applied, rule 5, 6, 7, everything is applied in this. Next, 8, currency. Currency, what is the limit, sir? They have not given separate limit for currency. They are telling refer to FEMA. The import and export of currency under these rules shall be governed in accordance with the provisions of FEMA and notifications issued thereunder. These are the points as per FEMA. Foreign exchange, notes, coins or other instruments up to 10,000 in aggregate you can bring. And normal currency notes alone means up to $5,000. Person visiting India can carry Indian currency up to how much? Rupees 25,000. Person traveling abroad can carry Indian currency up to 25,000. Beyond these limits, they have to pay baggage duty at 35%. Got it? Next, pets. For pets, we don't have any separate rule per se. We need to refer to the regulations in this regard. Import of pets by passenger is regulated by rules notified by the concerned ministry or department or authority of central government. In practice, the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying standard operating procedure we need to check, because they will tell what type of breeds are allowed. For example, if you take dogs, in dogs certain breeds are not allowed, na? Certain ferocious breeds are there, pit bull, etc. and all not allowed. Like that, we need to refer to the guidelines. Then rule 10, sir, for pets is there any exemption, sir? No. Exemption is not there. It is regulated. It is regulated means you need to make a declaration and you can bring, but it is subject to the discretion of the authorities, respective authorities. Provisions regarding unaccompanied baggage. So this we already know. What is unaccompanied baggage? Within 1 month after passenger's arrival or 2 months before passenger's arrival, then it will be called as unaccompanied baggage. Say this: 1 month of the arrival and 2 months before the arrival of the passenger, in the period not exceeding 1 year. But if it is beyond 2 months, if the passenger was prevented from arriving within a period of 2 months due to circumstances beyond his control, so what happens? Baggage came, he did not come within 2 months. If he comes within 2 months, then only before his arrival within 2 months, that is counted as unaccompanied baggage, but he could not visit within 2 months. If there is sufficient reasons, then officer will allow it as unaccompanied baggage. What are those sufficient reasons? Sudden illness of passenger or his family, natural calamities, disturbed conditions like warlike situation, or disruption in the transport or travel arrangement or any other reason, then it's okay. If it is within 1 year, beyond 2 months, but within 1 year, still it will be counted as unaccompanied baggage and the baggage allowances will be applicable. Sir, then first bag I will send before me, sir. I will bring 1 bag, sir. After me another bag will come, sir. 3 bags, 375,000. No. For 1 visit, 175,000 only. You can bring 10 bags also. Got it? For 1 visit, only 175,000 is the allowance. Then application of these rules to member of the crew. These baggage rules are also applicable to the members of the crew engaged in foreign going conveyance for importation of their baggage when they are finally paid off on termination of their engagement. Means what? Contract over, final payoff, the last journey. Now they can bring like a passenger. How much allowance is available to them? 75,000. However, other crew members of a vessel or aircraft, crew members means still they are in service. Still they are in service. They can bring any articles but not exceeding 2,500 rupees per trip. Every time they visit, they can bring up to 2,500 rupees worth of articles. So with this, we completed baggage provisions. Sir, what about relatives settled abroad bringing new iPhone greater than 1 lakh value? They don't pay any duty generally. They will be bringing it under used. They will, if they bring box piece, they have to pay. If they bring box piece, they have to pay. If they remove the box and if they carry, they can bring it under used personal effects. Okay. But new ones will go under general allowance 75,000. Okay. But why in this question, 2 mobiles we took it under general allowance? Because nowhere it is given as used. and it is given in the question itself above that it is used, that's why. And I have given lot of questions, that is solved workbook questions also, because as the baggage provisions got updated, so I gave all the solved workbook questions also below along with the answers, the updated answers, etc. and all, and this you go through, and wherever you have doubts I will just explain the answers for this, okay. But per se the illustrations and the concept we have completed, okay.